Hey, hey, everybody. Hey, hey. Welcome, welcome, welcome to day 2 of the Bhangology Cannabis Awareness Month Summit. We are live. We are going to have an amazing time tonight. Our guest is in the green room. So let me just go ahead and start. Maybe some of you weren't with us last night. I'm Dr. Tanya Lowe. I'm the CEO of the Renewing Extract Wellness and Bhangology. We are celebrating our 1 year anniversary in this cannabis industry, and we're doing it with education, right? We want to educate people. So thank you, those of you who showed up last night. We had a good time last night. Laura was off the chain. I woke up this morning to so many emails and text messages about last night. My nose is itching like Laura's last night. Woke up to so many text messages and emails about last night. You guys really enjoyed last night. And so I want to talk a little bit about one of the emails that I got from someone who watched the show last night. And we're gonna call, I'm not gonna call him out, but we're gonna call him John Doe. And so remember, I was telling the story last night about, a year ago, I didn't know anything about this industry. I didn't know anything about cannabis. And, there were people who were like, well, what is she doing? Why is she getting into this? And I was like, haters are going to always hate, And so this email that I got from John Doe, he said that he really appreciated me sharing my story getting into the industry. He's an accountant, and he really wanted to get into this industry, but because of haters, he fell back. They were saying things like they usually do. What do you know about this industry? You don't even smoke, you blah, 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 all the things that haters say, right? And he said that when he heard my story last night, it really wanted to go back and revisit that, because hearing Laura talk and hearing some of the things that we're going to be talking about this week. He has family members who struggle with some of the side effects of cancer. And he was saying that if he had started really exploring this industry, he would have been able to help his family members. So my feedback to you, John Doe, if you're watching tonight, thank you for your email. And I say, do it. There's plenty enough room for everybody in this industry. You heard Laura's story last night. It doesn't matter if you are new to the industry. Jump in wherever you can. There is room for you. So that's my message to you. And thank you for your email. It's 420. Happy 420, everybody. Happy 420. I'm so amazed because literally 3 years ago, I didn't know what the hell 420 was. Okay. I was invited to play golf in a 420 golf tournament. I thought, okay, well, it's on 420, April 20th. I like golf and I love free golf. And when I got there, that was the thing for me, right? That was the beginning of the education for me. Being at this golf tournament, not only did I get to play golf, right? But being at this golf tournament where people were actually doing education and everything. So that will always be a special event for me, right? And so I was doing some research about what is this 420? Where does 420 come from? People celebrate it. They call it the marijuana holiday, right? And so I did a little research. And so Larry Sloman, who is the author of Reefer Madness, if you've ever heard of it or read it, it's a history of marijuana. And he says that 420, there's so many different, versions of what people say where 420 came from. But what he talked about in Reefer Madness was the most accepted route of the holiday starts in the 1970s when a bunch of kids were hanging out, high school kids, they were hanging out in San Rafael, California. And the phrase started as 420 Luis, 420 Luis, which meant at 420, we're going to meet at the Luis Pasteur statue, which was outside of the high school, and get high. So if you ever wonder, where did this come from? That's one of the little known history fact, right? It's historical fact. So our guest, I'm gonna go on and jump into it because it's 420. He's making a lot of appearances tonight. Our guest, I'm so excited. I'm gonna just tell you, he's gonna say how humble he is, and he is a humble, amazing guy. But our guest, in my opinion, he is CBD royalty. Okay, and I'm just letting y'all know he operates the YouTube channel's top CBD hemp flower review channel, period with a T. He's full of personality. He's full of jingles and reviews. Oh my God, he's done over almost 300 reviews on his channel. He has a fan base. That's right, I said fan base of more than 20,000. I think it's 22.7 thousand followers who follow him religiously. And when I started my path in Bhangology, right? I was in a hotel. I had a flood in my home, and I ran across our guest. And every time, I promise you, he was my Friday night TV. I felt like that's my cousin. We're CBD cousins now. And I just loved it. I loved it. And I learned so much from him. And I'm so excited about sharing him with you. So while you're on this broadcast, if you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to our Bhangology channel. And then I want you to everyone go and subscribe to our guest channel. So without further ado, I'm going to bring him to the stage. And I'm welcoming Taz from Smoking Legal. Welcome!
What's up, Dr. Lowe? How are you? So, Dr. Lowe, I have to start this like I would start a review, and that's by saying, roll, roll, roll your blunt full of CBD. I'm breaking down, roll it up, light it up, get it. No more anxiety. Hey, no more anxiety.
No more anxiety.
I am incredibly humbled. That was one heck of an introduction. You make me feel way more important than I am, which is super, super good. I really appreciate that. I have to start this by saying, hey, I hope don't nobody get offended, but if you do, whatever. I got to give honor to God, which is the Lord and Savior of my life. He has made every single thing possible to me. I am a regular guy. I'm really nothing, but God has made me into something, and I'm just amazed at His work. Because if you can mold the clay that I am, and this clay is not the best, you can do anything. So shout out to God because He's made everything possible. And man, I just want to thank you for having me on. Big shout outs to the CBD community, the cannabis community, and to you, man. I really appreciate it. That was an overwhelming welcome. I'm so glad to be here.
Well, I'm so glad you're here. You know, when we talked on the phone a while ago, I told you, I said, oh my God, I feel like I'm talking to like a celebrity. Because in my mind, you are. I just want you to know that. And we're CBD cousins. So so we're gonna hang out tonight. We're gonna hang out. I'm rocking my CBD and chill Bhangology t-shirt, you know.
That's what's up. I like it.
Right. And so we're gonna hang out. I see we've got some folks over in the chat. Hey, Girl Talk Live. Hey, Dr. Dana Moore. I got a couple of questions. I see you got you some flour there. So tell the people, you know, I gave you my version of who you are, but tell everybody who you are and how was Smoking Legal born? How was Smoking Legal born?
I am a married father of 3. I am 42 years old. I'm from Nashville, Tennessee. I rep it 7 days a week, twice on Sunday. And I'm just a regular guy, man. The way Smoking Legal was born is that I started smoking cannabis at a very, very young age. Actually, the first time I smoked cannabis, I was like 13, and my brother caught me, and he told me he was going to tell mama on me, and I never touched it again until I was 18.
Okay.
So Then when I was 18, I smoked it again on my birthday, loved it, fell in love with it, started smoking. But due to things that were going on in my life that I'm not necessarily proud of, I got in some trouble and I was put on probation. So due to that, I wasn't allowed to smoke for years and years, and that kind of took the urge away.
Yeah.
And then I started working and, just changed my life around, getting married and becoming a father really made me step up to the plate as far as my responsibilities and realize that nothing out there in those streets was worth me being away from my children or my wife. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just on that straight and narrow path. And then I saw a commercial here in Nashville, and it was about a hemp dispensary that was opening up. And I was like, one, I had never heard of hemp in my
Okay.
life.
Okay.
I had never heard of it. So when I seen this, I was like, that's weed. I don't know. I don't. How are they selling legal weed here in Nashville? So it piqued my interest, and I went to this dispensary, and it was incredibly high priced. Like an eighth, which is 3.5 grams, was something like $50 or $60, and the line was out the door.
Huh.
And the diversity in the line was really what impressed me because it was young black guys pants sagging all the way up to older white women. When I say older, I'm talking like look 60 or 70-year old with glasses, and just the diversity of the line and everybody getting along was like, wow, this is something that really brings everybody together. But the prices stared me away. So I
Okay.
went online and I forgive me, I have to drink Jack Daniels.
Go-
So um, I'm a connoisseur of green label. It's only available in 5 states. So I went online to try to find some, and I did, and I found some at a better price, but it was absolutely horrible. It tasted bad, but I did like, I liked the smell of it and the way I broke it down. It felt like home because I was used to smoking cannabis, and I was like,
right.
wow, I can do this legally. But the reason I was upset is because it was cheaper, but it was still expensive. And being a working guy, I was like, man, I really wish that I had someone who could have told me, Taz, don't get that one. It's no good. It's a waste of money. I'm check to check.
Right.
You know what I mean? So $50 or $40 to me on a paycheck to spend something on hemp for recreation was like, wow, that hurt me. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to be the guinea pig. I'm going to go try different companies and try different products. And that way I can reach out and give people the heads up that are just like me, working check to check and be like, dude, I buy one thing every 2 weeks. I buy me a little something that's worth 40 or $50. I'm going to try it. That way you'll know to save your money or to spend it. And my anxiety is crazy. So once I found that, it helped me get away from cigarettes. I was smoking a pack a day.
Oh
This
wow.
I was smoking a pack a day. So I was able to get away from cigarettes and I went to vaping. But then when I found hemp, it was like, wow, this really calms it really quiets the storm of the anxiety. I consider anxiety kind of like a storm, like a
Mm-hmm.
bad storm. And you know how you're waiting on that break to walk to your car?
Yep.
That's what CBD does for me. It calms the storm. It doesn't stop everything, but it makes it to now I can walk to the car. It's like,
Right.
okay, this is good. I can handle this. Let's go.
I'm not gonna chop your head off.
Right. I'm not gonna chop your head off. So as I started doing reviews, the channel just kind of like it just kind of started taking off. I remember the very first review I done was for a company called Monroe Farms. I tried a strain called Sour Space Candy, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it. And I asked people in the review, I was like, if this is something that I should keep doing, if this is okay, y'all give me some positive re-encouragement, and I'll try to keep doing this because it's expensive. I'm spending money every paycheck, but
Huh.
everybody was like, dude, keep doing it. Yes, do another video. So 2 weeks later, when I got a paycheck, I spent another $40. I did another review, and they were like, keep them coming, keep them coming. So it just kind of took off organically from there. Of me, every paycheck, I would buy something. I would do one review every 2 weeks. Uh, then I was allotting myself a little more money to spend $80. So I would do one review per week because I would spend $80 to do one review per week. And it just organically kind of took off from there, man. And It's extremely humbling because it has changed my life.
Wow.
It has literally it's literally changed my life, and that is no joke, and that is nothing short of a blessing for me. It just really shows me what God can do because He took something that I naturally just like to do and that I would do into a way that I can actually provide for my family, and that's amazing. That's amazing.
How long ago was it when you started just, hey, I'm gonna do some reviews and get some how long ago was that?
I've been doing this now for 2 years. My first review was in December of 2019. That was my very first review, December of 2019.
Yeah.
So I did that review, and it just from there it just took off. Well, no, I'm lying. That's a lie. I did my very first review in December of 2018. So I
Okay.
went all of 2019, 2020, and this will be in December of this year. I've been doing it for 3 years. I've been doing
Wow.
it for 3 years in December.
Wow. I
And
remember when I first started watching you last year, I think you
um,
had about 14,000 viewers. And now, because, I'm a stalker, I went on you 22.7 thousand viewers watching
it,
you
it's mind blowing. It blows my mind. I promise you, I'm not being fake. It literally trips me out. It trips me out.
in the
Um,
comments. Dr. Dana says, love him. He's my new cousin too. Girl Talk Live says, I feel you. Dr. Dana says, won't he do it?
won't it do it? How can I see I can't see any of the chat, or will I? Am I not able to?
I don't know. I don't know. You may have to see it after because I don't know. I don't know. I thought you should be. I don't know. But I
Okay,
can
no,
see it.
I can't.
Yeah.
But it's cool. Well,
Okay.
you're my new cousin too, and I appreciate you. Thank you for that. So yeah, man, it's at 20 something thousand now, and it's just, dude, I'm impressed. I'm impressed because I don't get it. And this is no joke. I don't get it. I don't
It's
get why people.
you. It's you,
I,
Taz. People, you have that magnetic personality. You're funny as hell. You're real, and you're reviewing stuff that people want to know about. It's you. You're the draw.
Here's the thing, Dr. Lowe. I'm not trying to be funny. this is just this is just who I am. Like, if when I've never watched none of my videos. I don't watch it, and I tried to watch one day that had a bunch of comments, and I'm sitting here watching my video like I don't get it. Like, what is it? I literally don't see it. And my sister and my wife was with me, and my sister was like, "Yeah, that's just you." Like, I mean, I'm acting. This is how I am, 24/7, 365. If I'm your friend, this is me. I'm not putting on an act for the camera. I'm not playing a role. This is just me. So
Yeah.
I'm not impressed with myself, but the effect that I have on people, I really appreciate it. Like the positive feedback that I get, it's really overwhelming, and it's incredibly humbling. Like people will tell me that, hey man, because of you, this happened, or because of you, I started doing this. You got me from using weed and getting in trouble to CBD. I'm just like, wow, like I don't know. But Moses didn't want to free the people neither.
Hey.
You,
Talk
you,
about it. You better
you,
talk about it. You
he
better
didn't
talk
want
about it.
he didn't want to do that. He was like, dude,
Can't you find somebody else?
I can
Right.
barely read. Like, I'm not a leader. God was like, don't worry about it. I got you. So I just let it happen because it trips me out. It really, really, really trips me out. But I love it though.
And I love that you love it. Dr. Dana says it's your authenticity. It shows up even now.
I,
Exactly.
I, I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. I don't have um I don't have anything to hide. I learned from, and I got this from Charlemagne the God on the Breakfast Club. And he was like, if you're always your true self, you don't
Yeah.
have anything to cover up, or nobody can use your truth against you if you're always being your true self.
Right.
So I don't have anything to hide. So it's nothing somebody could say like, oh, but I bet you didn't know he likes to drink whiskey, or I bet you didn't know he does this. Or I'm like, yeah, they do because I talk about it. I,
Right.
I don't I don't care.
Yeah.
This is me. I'm not ashamed of who I am. One, I am the quickest person to admit that I'm not perfect.
Right.
nor do I think I'm that good at what I do. So I'm just doing it. You know what
Right.
I mean? So it's whatever, and I really really love it. It's caused me to meet some very very interesting people, and like I said, it really has made a way for me to provide for my family, man. And that's the main thing for me. It's like that's what I'm really blown away. I'm sorry, this is the last time we'll talk about God. Psych. Uh,
No, you can listen. God is welcomed here at 420.
um,
So
it's just amazing to me how he has taken something that was a hobby that I like to do. That I remember being a kid, and your mom and then my mom and them be like, "That smoking ain't gonna get you nowhere." I don't know nobody who done made it, and they smoking, and they used to call it dope. I was like, "Mama, it's weed. It's not dope." No, you smoking that dope. It ain't gonna get you nowhere.
that reefer,
And
smoking that
that,
reefer.
that reefer, you smoking that reefer, and I'm looking around now, like it literally has my lights on. So yeah, I think I'm gonna keep smoking.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
you're not having to buy. You're not having to buy. You're not having to spend $50 a week on CBD now, are you?
Absolutely not. Now, sometimes now I do still spend because I'll reach out to if there's certain things that I want to try. I'm sorry, hold on. Salute to health, wealth, and self. Self love is the best love. If you haven't heard the words "I love you" today, then please get to the closest mirror and tell yourself, "Self, I love you, self," because you can't love anyone else or expect anyone else to love you if you don't love yourself. You did? Salute.
Salute. I should have brought my cocktail. I'm trying to save my cocktail for the. We got another special guest coming on, so I got to save my cocktail for that.
It's all good. So yeah, now it started off with me. I was spending money every paycheck to buy it, and then believe it or not, one of owner of a company reached out to me one day, and he said, "Man, I want to talk to you, um, and I want to give you some. I think they call it game." He was of the Caucasian persuasion, by the way.
Mhm.
This guy because he's the only person that reached out to me and really kept it real. He was like, right now, he said, you're probably reaching out to companies and they're probably giving you a good deal to do a review. You're like, they're probably if something's $50, they'll probably let you get it for 30 or 40. I was like, yep. And I was like, that's a win. He was like, you probably think you're doing good. I was like, yeah, that's a win. I'm getting a discount. And all I got to do is smoke it and talk about it. That's a win for me. I'm
Right.
humble. He said, well, I want to let you know that the next step is going to be you're going to have companies reaching out to you to send you free product to get you to do a review on it. And that's going to be another win. I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm ready for that day. So I don't have to spend nothing. He was like, but the next step after that, he said, believe it or not, they're going to send you product and you're going to have to charge them to even do the review. And I was like, yeah, that sounds crazy. Get off my life. Like they're gonna send me something and pay me to smoke it. That doesn't sound right. He said, no, it's gonna happen. And he told me about a YouTuber that was reviewing vapes. And he told me to go back to his videos. He said, you'll see his lifestyle change. He started off in his car. Then you'll see him in a garage. Then you'll see him in a new house. Then you'll see him in doing stuff in a new car. And he just got through doing Survivor. And it's all from YouTube. I was like, it just didn't sound right. He said, but the only thing I need you to do is that you make sure that you tell the companies when you get ready to do a review, because you're going to charge them, let them know that they're not paying for you to say that it's good. They're paying
Mm.
for an honest review. He said, because all you have is your word. It's like a food critic. If you start going to restaurants that this food critic tells you to go to and the food is trash, you're not going to have his word anymore. And he has no job. So you be honest no matter what. He said, because that food critic gets paid even if he says the food was terrible. I
Hmm.
said, well,
You're
ain't
like,
that
say,
something?
yeah,
Okay,
don't
I
say.
can do
Yeah.
this. And it really, really took off, man.
So
It's
Taz,
I'm humble.
so
I'm humble.
you know, I
But
love.
the community, the people in the community, the people that I've met, it's amazing. It's really chill. There's a lot of good folk out there. I've been able to educate people. Um, at my job, I was
Right.
able to one, everybody knows what I do. They're all on my team. The owners of the company that I work for, I have them on CBD now. Not like I got them on it, but um, it's a male and female owner, husband and wife. I have them on CBD cream. She uses the cartridges. Like everybody's open and a part of it. Like, you know how have you seen those memes that say when you request off on 420 and your boss knows what's up. I requested to be able to leave early, and they know what's up. They're like, "Oh yeah, you probably got to do something. It's 420, don't you?" I'm like, "Yeah, I actually do." They're like, "Okay, cool. Go ahead, run. Go do your
Bye-bye.
thing."
Bye-bye. So
Right.
can you still hear me? Uh-oh.
Okay, yeah,
Okay, you can hear me?
yeah.
All right, good deal. Good deal. So I want to ask you a question. Um, you've talked about anxiety. You talked about that you enjoy using your CBD. So if I may ask, what does CBD do for you?
Okay. For some reason, my earbud went out, but can you still hear me?
I can. I can.
Barely, or you can hear me good?
I can hear you well.
Um, for me, CBD, it really quiets the anxiety. I don't, you probably could notice this, but I'm very animated. I'm all over the place. I'm really all over the place. And so because of that, sometimes I've become a little restless, and I have back pain from an accident that happened when I was a child. So for me, CBD, it calms me down from it slows my thought process down so I can actually process what I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Because usually when I get home or when I'm trying to do something, it's a million things at once, and I can't decide what I need to do. Like, oh man, I need to take the trash out, but I'm supposed to wash my car. Oh, my wife said she needs air in the tire. I need this. Oh, love needs something, and it's just busy.
Right. It's
But
like,
when
hey,
I
y'all, be
but when I
quiet.
right, but when I smoke, the CBD kicks in and it calms it down to where I can like organize it. Like I'm gonna do this, and this, instead of feeling that overwhelming feeling of oh, what am I gonna do? How am I even gonna do this? Oh my God, I can't. I don't got time. I don't got time. It used to be like just leave me alone. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. To
Yeah.
where it's now, it's like
It's like,
I got this.
hey,
No
yeah,
worries.
yeah. So, our in Bangology, we spend our time doing a lot of education. I think I shared with you my story. Everybody was saying, take take the oil. And I was like, I don't do drugs. But no one ever stopped to really explain to me about the leaf. So now I take my time explaining to people what CBD is and what it is not. And so sometimes, I get a little slack, between the CBDers and the THCers. So my question is for you is, do you ever get hazed for smoking CBD over THC? And how do you or how have you dealt with that?
I totally have. In the beginning, I really got it a lot. I really did. Uh, I don't get it as much anymore. I mean, people used to be like, especially in the comments, people are, man, you smoking fake weed. Like, oh man, I can't believe this guy's acting like fake weed is doing something for him. This is fake weed. Just come on, dude. Like Taz, even my homeboys. Uh, because like I said, I really used to smoke like for real.
Right.
And so they'd be like, dude, come on, man. That fake weed ain't doing nothing for you. But it's not fake weed. This is cannabis. I tell people that there's more than one type of potato. You got yellow potato, sweet potato, you got this, you got different types of corn, you have different types of cannabis. It's all the cannabis strain, but this is a cousin of it. And it's just as good. I don't tell people, you wouldn't tell a person that's drinking a beer just because they're not drinking vodka or whiskey that, oh man, you drinking fake alcohol. Look at you. Look at you, Dr. Lowe, with that glass of wine. That's fake alcohol. It's like, no, I prefer wine. You prefer hard liquor. That's fine. Perfect. Works for you.
Right.
But this wine is going to do for me. It's going to help me wind down. This is all I need. So now, after I've explained it to people so much and they really see the genuine love that I have for it, because I have access now to actual THC cannabis. Like I could really get it, but it's just not. This is what it is for me. This is
Yeah.
what I enjoy. I'm not. I'm not high and flustered and can't get my thoughts together. I don't have that paranoid feeling that sometimes THC can give you, and I don't get that stuck feeling of. I think it was Afro Man that had that song of I was gonna do this, but then I got high. But then I got high.
Yeah.
So CBD doesn't do that. I can smoke my CBD. It can calm the anxiety, and I can still do what I was going to do for that day or for that afternoon. I can still accomplish what I needed to do. It's just without the mind rush of just being so busy,
Right,
and that
right.
it really helps me a lot. And I when I really started to notice it, I enjoy smoking it the best. That's my favorite way to ingest my CBD. But I also love the tinctures and the gummies. At my company, I do sales, so the majority of the time I'm in a bow tie and a button up every single day. Uh, so before I go do a meeting, or if I do a chamber meeting, or before I do a sales call or something like that, or if something big's gonna go on, I'll take a little bit of my tincture. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean?
And
Uh,
the tincture is the oil, guys. For those of
yeah,
you who are like, what's a tincture? A tincture is the oil, which y'all will run
right.
around saying, take the oil. That's what a tincture
Yeah.
is.
The CBD oil. So I use the CBD oil. It takes about 10, maybe 15 minutes to kick in. And
Mm-hmm.
then I can speak in front of the crowd. I can have that meeting and be calm, like that nervousness of, am I going to get the sale or not? It kind of goes away. I'm not fumbling over my words. It's like, it gives me the confidence to know that
Yeah.
I'm good. I can handle this. I got it. I got it. Whether I get the sale or not, it's okay. But I'm cool. I can handle this. It takes the pressure away. I don't know. Well, I know how. It's because we have an endocannabinoid system.
Absolutely.
Um, and that those receptors are already open. That's a part of the human body welcoming. They're ready for CBD to complete that cannabinoid system. I tell people all the time, and I can't claim this because I'm not the one who made it up, but I heard it and it stuck with me. You don't have an ibuprofen system. You don't have an Advil system. You don't have a
Ooh.
Percocet system. You do
Ooh.
not have an alcohol Tylenol. You don't have those systems in your body, but you absolutely do have an endocannabinoid system from God. So you have receptors in your body that's already ready to receive cannabis. That kind of lets me know, being that I feel as though I'm from the earth, there's something already here on the earth that's made for your body. Not Tylenol, not ash, not knocking none of those things because they do work when you have a headache or things going on. I'm not like
Right.
against medicine, but you have this system in your body that's designed to receive cannabis.
That
It's already there.
Dr. Dana says that's right. She just got a certification in medical cannabis education, I think. And so she taught us about the endocannabinoid system and what it is about that our system that makes CBD and hemp work well.
Right.
I remember the very first time I tried a CBD pain rub, and I'm like, okay, does this work? Or does it work because I want it to work? And I'm like, well, either way, it works. The pain is gone. And
Right, right.
then
Okay.
I remember trying a tincture, because I was ready to kind of move up to that. And what I didn't know at the time was all tinctures, all products are not made equal, and it made me sick.
Correct.
And
Correct.
so, but when I got a quality product,
Yeah.
like then I saw, okay, wait, this has an impact. It works. And I always wonder, what is it about the CBD that works, right? And so when
Okay.
Dr. Dana taught us about it, it made it great for everybody to really understand how it works with our bodies. So you're right. And to hear this, that you guys heard this last night, Laura mentioned the endocannabinoid system. You're going to hear this the whole time. And that's what we're doing. We're providing education so you can make your own choices about what you want to do.
And
So
I'm sorry, a lot of people tell me that as well, or I've heard that as far as people saying, man, I tried it, or I got something from the gas station. It didn't really do anything for me. Or I tried this, and I try to tell people, dude, get your gas from the gas station,
right.
not your CBD. Like, I don't buy my Nikes. You don't buy Jordans from the gas station, do you? No,
Right.
no, because you know they're not real. No matter how good they look, you know it's not the real thing. They're in it to make a buck, and I'm not trying to knock them, but that's
Right.
their job. It's a convenience store. They're trying to make something. If you really want what's really going to help, you go to a company that's designed around CBD. You go to a CBD dispensary. You go online and look for CBD companies that
like
this is what they
Bangology.
do.
Right, exactly.
Right, not
Exactly.
a gas station.
And it is so important that when you get ready to use a CBD product, that you use a quality product. And of course,
Absolutely.
I'm pro Bangology because we have sourced products made, grown, created right here in the US of A.
You feel me? And for us, by us, salute.
Okay. So yes. So I see you are rolling it up. So tell us what you're trying. Tell us about,
Um,
give us the whole review of what you got there.
Man, God is good, man. I am blessed enough to have, I'm actually smoking my own thing right now. I have a strain of Delta 8 CBD.
I was going to
Uh,
ask you about Delta 8 because I learned about Delta 8 from you. Okay.
this is called Taz's Vibe. It's from
Okay.
JK Distro. This is Delta 8 THC. Now, for
Talk
those
about
of
Delta
you
8. Talk about Delta 8 a little bit.
Delta 8, I love it. It's a little stronger than CBD. It actually is a THC. It's a form of THC. Scientists have found that the cannabinoid that's in cannabis or THC that gives you that intoxicating feeling is called Delta 9. That's the
Right.
part of weed that's getting you hot, you know? Well, that's the main part of it. But there's also, now that people have been studying, there's another particle in there called Delta 8, and it kind of gives you that feeling as well. Not as strong as the Delta 9, but it's in hemp. So Delta 8 is in hemp. It's in marijuana as well, and it's in concentrated amounts. Now, what it does is it is going to remind you somewhat of a THC high in a way, without the paranoia feeling, without the increase of anxiety. Like some people smoke THC and their anxiety will go through the roof. They'll be like,
Yeah.
man, I was good and I smoked and I'm just everywhere now. I'm driving and I'm thinking, is that the police? Is that the police? Everything, looking out the window. So Delta 8 gives you a euphoric feeling, but without the anxiety, without the paranoia. But that's for me. I tell everybody to, if you are going to try Delta 8, start off with a microdose, start with a very small amount and see what works for you. Because if you don't like it, I don't want you to be like, man, Taz smoked a whole blunt. I smoked a whole blunt. I'm messed up. No, 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 no. Taz told you to start off with just a
Right.
little bit, and see if you like it. Like
Low
you don't
and
go in
slow.
low and slow. You don't go in and pour up a glass of whiskey if you ain't never had whiskey before. You just have a little. If you like it, hey, okay, have another. If not, but for me, it gives me it's a euphoric feeling. I really do like it. It puts me in a happy feeling type mood.
So
Um,
one of the descriptions that I saw for Delta 8 was that Delta 8 is like the cousin to Delta 9, which is,
Correct.
and so I like to tell people it's Delta 8 THC, but it's on the CBD side of THC because you can get it just like you can get CBD. But the description was it gives you a body high as opposed to I guess a heady high.
It it
Um,
it it does. It does. Um, a lot of people call it the entourage effect
yes.
because it's
Yep.
it's 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 the body. You don't feel that. Um, you know how THC people get the squinty eyes and the heavy eye feeling. Delta 8 doesn't give you that feeling like that. It's like, oh man, my back was hurting, but I'm kind of loose now and I'm kind of chill and I like this feeling. It's
And it's
almost um I would compare it to, and I know everyone hasn't had one of these, but I would compare it to if you've ever been in pain and been prescribed a muscle relaxer.
okay.
So
Okay.
it kind of gives your body that muscle relaxation feel of, oh man, I feel my shoulders drop. I feel, oh, my leg is not tense anymore, or whatever's hurt is not tense, but also a happy feeling as well. I cannot lie.
Let me tell
It gives
you,
you,
we did our first cooking with cannabis
uh-huh.
with Delta 8. I ordered some Delta. I heard you talk about it. And I guess it was just kind of making its place on the scene. And I thought, well, it's out. I'll go and get it. I went to go order some, couldn't find any at any of the places that you had mentioned. Found a place, ordered some. I was like, Lord, is it going to be here in time enough for our segment?
Right.
And it came and I was like, oh wow, it looks like weed. It looks
Uh,
like weed, it smells like weed. And
yeah,
so
yeah.
the chef that came that day prepared it up, and no one had anything to drink because they were like, we're not going to have mimosas because we want to see, is it all that it says it is, right? And so it was really good, in the food. It's really good in the food. And
Okay.
so the chef left, and my friends, we were hanging out, and we were like, we're still hungry. Like, it's I said, well, all the noodles are gone. Let me make some more noodles. And
Right.
you gotta wait for the water to boil and all of that. No, I go and put the noodles in the pot. The noodles go all over the stove. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I think my body is feeling like a noodle. and,
Absolutely.
and we
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
cracked
Yeah.
up. I didn't feel, high, but I felt very, just very loose, very loose. And I think we probably ate the rest of the food that was left over. But
A- And that's
it's
a
a different
that
feeling.
it is a different feeling. And I have an aunt who just beat cancer. Won't he do it? So
Yes.
she beat cancer. Now, while she was doing her chemo, she was prescribed all types of medicine. I think they even gave us some. I think they gave her lower tabs and some perks like
Oh,
for pain and stuff like that. And she absolutely was 100% against it. Now, check this out. Not telling anybody to do this, but this is what she done during the time when she was doing her chemo, when she was supposed to be taking those pain pills and everything that her doctor had given her. One, she was losing a tremendous amount of weight because she could not eat.
right.
She just was like, I know I need to eat, but I have no appetite. And when she starts to eat, she was just like, it doesn't really taste good, and she's forcing herself to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so she stuck to a regimen of she was getting tinctures, which is the oils. I was giving her the oils, and she was smoking Delta 8. And she just was thanking me. She was like, nephew, I want to tell you thank you because the Delta 8 gave her an appetite and it
Yeah.
made her eat and enjoy food again. Like, not only am I hungry, I want this, I want that. Like, she was eating, she was taking the tinctures. So during the entire time she was doing chemo, she was not doing any pain pills. It was only CBD tinctures, uh, and the oils and the rubs, and then the Delta 8. She was smoking the Delta 8 to give her
Yeah.
the appetite to increase the munchies, and she's over it now.
Yeah.
She beat cancer. She's over her chemotherapy, but she still uses CBD, and she still will roll her up a little joint of Delta 8. Like she said, I roll up a little one. I've seen them; they're big. Uh, I wanted to tell her, hey, Auntie, those aren't little joints. Those looks like something my uncle with a Jerry curl would have had, but whatever.
She's like, mind
Um,
your business, nephew. Mind your business.
Absolutely. I said a little joint, meaning I only do one a day,
Right.
but whatever works so that she can get her appetite. I'm just for it, man. I'm happy for it, and I'm happy that I was able to introduce her to it.
That is so key. We talk about CBD from a place of wellness, and I think we've got a segment. I don't know if it's tomorrow or Thursday. We're going to have a lady who's going to actually talk about cannabis, chemo, and cancer. Because as you may or may not know, the government has two patents, not one, but two patents on for THC, for marijuana. And so, I always say, well, if the government's got two patents on it, it can't be that bad, right? If they're using it, they've been using it.
Right, right, right,
But again, I think that people need to do the education, find out what's going to work for them, understand that there are so many other cannabinoids other than CBD and THC, and find out how they work and create the entourage effect for you. Find out
right,
how they work together, and how they work separately. So my
correct.
challenge in the group, in our Facebook group, was for 420, educate yourself on another cannabinoid, other than CBD and THC, because there's so many. There are over 100 and something. What is it, Dr. Dana? 120, 180 different
Right.
cannabinoids from
Check
that
out
one
CB.
leaf.
Check out CBG. There's
I love
CBN.
CBG.
I
I love
love
CBG.
CBG. I love CBG. And also, as far as when it comes to cannabis and hemp, George Washington grew hemp. They were growing hemp back in the day. Hemp is, I mean, as far as rope and clothing, it was a mainstream product. Now,
Exactly.
there was a there was a newspaper company in New York. I cannot think of the name of this company, but when hemp came out and hemp paper was about to be the new thing, and they realized it was cheaper and a better paper, he went all in donating to Congress and to his district to try to get that banned because it was going to put him out of business if everybody was switching to this new hemp paper. He was going to be losing money. So he made it his goal to make hemp bad. Like hemp is bad. It's a bad, bad thing. And
Oh,
this went
wow.
through Congress and everything to get it shut down. Like our founding fathers were really into the hemp industry. Like it was a main thing. Hemp rope is the best rope. You know what I mean? Hemp paper, everything. And they made it shut down. It's kind of like not reefer. What was the movie that made marijuana bad? They played this in the White House for the president, and he was like, "Oh yeah, we can't have that. It makes black men rape white women."
Oh, yes,
Uh,
yes, yes. Right, right. And
you
I
know what I'm
can't think
talking?
of the name of it, but I know what you're talking about because
And it might have been Reefer Madness. I'm not sure, but it was played for the president, and it made it though as though when black men smoke marijuana, they just turn into these mad rapists, and they just get this
mhm.
strength, and it's like, dude, you're gonna lose your white women. We gotta ban this, and that's what happened. Like this was on the Senate floor. People were arguing racist tactics on weed, like not no doctoral, nothing medicinal, nothing about the medical properties of it, like strictly on some racist stuff of like, dude, this makes black people rape white women. Ban
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Done. Like,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. And then look at us now. Everyone is, um, dispensaries. People are getting dispensaries, and we are able to sit and talk about the hemp plant and how it is helping people
Correct. Yeah.
on a video.
Yeah.
I tell
I
people I'm not promoting. People would say, "Oh, so you're going to be the weed lady now?" I was like, "No." I said, I'm all about wellness. I'm all about
right.
wellness. If people want to, I tell folks, Bangology is not a stoner community. If that's what you do, that's your business. But we're about
Right, right.
wellness, and what's going to help people 40 and over, because that's our niche, 40 and over,
Mhm.
understand how to deal with anxiety,
Yeah.
pain, and sleep issues. Because if you're 40 and over, you got one, what I call the trifecta. You got one or all three. So,
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's
so
me. I'm over 40 and I have all three. And speaking of sleep, CBG is amazing for sleep. Oh my God. I tell
CBG or
people,
CBN?
for me, it's CBG.
Oh,
Some people,
wow.
some
Okay.
people say CB. I've heard about CBN being good for it as well, but for me, it's really, really CBG. I even have a strain of pre-rolls called Taz's Pillow Talk that I put CBG in just because it helps with sleep. That's why I called it Pillow Talk because it's for late
Ooh.
night. Um, and for me, it's like adding the way it makes everything smooth. It's like adding cream to coffee, and it just gives you a good night's sleep. Because another thing that you're going to deal with when you get 40 and over, such as we are, is um, I don't know if it's called. I don't know the correct name for this. I don't know if it's weekend vows. I don't know what it is, but
IBS,
I get
IBS.
I get up to use the restroom at night more than I ever did in my life. Like I don't remember in my 20s waking up, or even in my 30s waking up constantly to go use the restroom at nighttime.
Oh my God.
So, but CBG allows me to sleep through the night without waking up to go use the restroom and have to like fall back asleep. I can sleep and wake up rested and really feel like I've had some energy.
CBG is also good for pain and inflammation. And
Absolutely.
so I take it, I take it like my vitamins, I take it, and it's great for pain and inflammation.
It
And
absolutely is.
CBN, for folks who are like, what are they talking about? These are all strains from the cannabis leaf. CBN is like it's sedative grade um cannabis. And so it comes in a tincture as well. And so, hey folks, do your homework. These are things that we talk about in the Bhangology Cannabis Society. And so yeah. Taz, it has been so awesome having you here, hanging out with us tonight.
No, it's awesome. It's awesome being here. And I know, this is all about wellness, but I also want to speak about the um, just the cash crop value of it as well too. Um, if my people, people of color, anyone, but specifically people of color have an opportunity to invest or get a dispensary or get into the business, it is a cash crop. It's something that we naturally have instinct to do, and we deserve it.
Absolutely.
We deserve it. Um, I have friends and family that are incarcerated right now for marijuana and cannabis. And if I go 1 hour north, it's 100% legal. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? And it's just so unfair. It's like, people were in the streets and selling this and trying to provide for their families, and they were getting locked up for it until uh congressman and some of my white folks was like, oh, we can make money off of this. We can tax it. And now it's just a great thing. Now we got to spend. Let's legalize it. And it's like, wow, man. I want us to get into it. I want
Yeah.
us to benefit from it because I just feel as though it's only fair. It's
It's
only fair.
only,
It's a great way to provide. It really
yeah.
is, and it's not going anywhere. It's
Exactly.
not
And
going anywhere.
don't feel like I don't know anything, because I'll tell you, I knew nothing, and I've learned a tremendous amount of information in a year. So you are absolutely correct on that. So
And, and don't be afraid to say that you don't know because when I started doing this, I didn't know as well. And I still am not like I'm not a professional at it. I don't have all the answers, but I'm smart enough to say that I don't know. I'm
and
not
we can
afraid to
find it.
say
And you know where to
right, and we
find
can
it.
find it. I'm not afraid to when someone comments on my channel, Taz, what about such and such? And I'm not afraid to say, I don't know, but I'll check on it for you, or I'll
Yeah.
look it up. Or if you find out, let me know so I can share with the people.
Yeah.
Because we're growing together, we're learning together. You know what I mean? I tell people all the time, as far as on Smoking Legal, that don't look at it like this is my channel or I'm in. No, this is our channel. This is our community. I just happen to be the one to have the key to open the club up, but this is our stuff. This is
Ah!
our thing.
And we
This
love
is
it.
this is ours.
We love it. So I see we've got some surprise guests in
Okay.
the green room. So
Okay.
can you hang out a little while longer? I'm bring them in.
I'm here. Let's get it.
All right, let's do it. So I'm going to bring in one of our founding members first, and this is Rose Fauntleroy. Hello, Rose.
Well,
Oh,
good evening, folks. How are you?
doing blessed, black, highly favored. How are you?
I see you are.
I appreciate you.
Yes, Rose is one of our founding members, and Rose sat with me for 8 hours. We spent 8 hours
Creating.
when I said, you know what, I wanna do this, right? I want to do this, and she was like, okay. And we played around with different names, and when we got
One
off
second.
that
Come here,
phone,
man.
we
What you need,
had
girlfriend?
Bangology. Bangology was born. And so,
Absolutely.
Okay,
and
go
she
ahead.
was she wasn't the first, but I think she was the second or third founding member and has been there all along. So I really want to um, thank her and for being a founding member and for
Oh,
being
girl,
here with
you're
us
welcome.
tonight.
You're
And
welcome.
then we've got Dr. Tennille. She went away. Oh, she went away. She went away. She's probably going to pop back in. But Dr. Tennille is going to join us tonight with a special cocktail
Uh-oh.
made
Good.
specifically for made specifically for
Love you.
420. So we're gonna, hey. So I'm gonna bring her in now. Hey, hey, it's a party.
Hey,
What it do?
hey, hey, hey. Oh, I see the
Hey, how you
Malibu.
guys doing?
Is that
Let
the
me see. Oh,
coconut?
y'all see it?
I
Put the
see it.
rum in the coconut and mix it all up.
So, guys,
Hey,
let me tell you
happy
who Dr. Tennille is.
anniversary.
Thank you, Dr.
I'm gonna try
Tennille.
to fix
Thank
my
you.
camera. I'm gonna try to fix this camera and go sideways. I forgot the rules of StreamYard
Okay, well,
while
you
I'm
do that
over here
while I
playing.
tell people who you
Uh,
are. Dr. Tennille
here we go.
is the founder of White Coat Cocktails. She by day she does pharmacy stuff, but
Ooh.
by night she is a mixologist. As a matter of fact, she
Okay.
is, let's see, where is it? Where is it? She is a certified mixologist and an executive bourbon
All right.
steward. Okay.
Hey.
So like I said, she can help you get right. And so she has a lifelong love and a gift for throwing a great party. Like I said, she's a medical mixologist. She loves apothecary cocktail consulting, and she has what she calls her 3 C's. Are y'all ready?
Lay it on me.
Her 3 C's are Christ, her crew, and cocktails. Dr.
Come on now.
Tennille, we welcome
All
you
right
to the
now.
stream tonight.
Thank you, Dr. Tanya, for having me. Look, I might have to add another C in there for the chronic, okay, for
Right.
420. But
The 4 C's.
The
you
4
know, the
C's.
CBD, I might have to add the CBD to my C's. But thank you guys so much for having me. I was just so excited when you gave me a call and said, "Come on and join the party for the summit." I was like, I would not miss it for the world. So I did want to pop in and just show you guys how to make a classic cocktail, one of the oldies but goodies for 420. This is the liquid marijuana. Does it have marijuana in it? No, it doesn't. Does it taste like marijuana? No, it doesn't. But it's called a liquid marijuana because of the nice green color. It is a tiki inspired cocktail. So I know you guys saw the coconut rum. So it's 2 rums. And then we have some blue curacao and some Maduri, liqueur or melon flavored liqueur. So couple simple ingredients. The good thing about this drink, especially as it relates to celebrating 420, this is a drink you can batch. So you can make it in a large quantity and not even think about it anymore and just have your drink on steady pour for the rest of the evening. So very simple. If you guys don't mind, I would love to show you how to make this drink.
All
Let's
right.
Please do.
Is that
Come
Please do.
on. We're ready.
all right? So we'll go ahead and get started.
And Dr. Tennille,
We'll
I
go
don't
ahead
know
and
if
get
it's
started.
your
And the beauty of
earbuds,
this drink,
but you're
it's simple
going in and
color
out a
to
little bit.
ratio. Everything
It's probably StreamYard.
is going in and out. Maybe I'll just get rid of them so you guys can
Okay.
clear.
Get rid of them and put them away. I can hear you. You're frozen now, but I can hear you.
It's StreamYard.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, perfect. Perfect.
Thumbs up?
Yep.
No?
Yeah.
She's frozen, so she
Okay.
probably can't see us.
So the beauty of it's a little delay, but okay. So there's a little delay, but the beauty of the drink is that it has equal ratios of everything, right? So you don't necessarily need a tool to make this drink. This is a jigger. You don't necessarily need this if you have a cup, right? You use the same cup and put the same amount of all the ingredients in your drink, and then you have a cocktail. But for all intents and purposes, I'm just going to make enough for 2. So we're going to get started. First, you're just going to need some ice in your shaker, halfway filled, and then everything is a half ounce. Half ounce, half ounce, half ounce.
So, Dr. Tennille, what if somebody says, a half ounce,
so
that's not enough for me. They want to.
You need a half ounce
They want to add a little more than a half ounce.
They can turn it up. They can turn it up. You can just, but the thing to remember is this is a sneaker. That's why it's called the liquid marijuana. So it'll sneak up on you because you have to remember everything here has alcohol in it. So you have your spiced rum. We have our coconut rum, half ounce. We have our blue curacao, half ounce. And we'll also have the melon, the Maduri liqueur, half ounce of that. This makes a good shot too. So if you do it all half ounce of the ingredients, it'll make 2 shots.
Okay.
So half ounce of this. This drink is super tasty. And then you'll need half ounce of pineapple juice. Now, if you want to make this drink like super clear, you will need to filter your pineapple juice to kind of keep the cloudiness out of it. But I don't think it really matters too much. It's not going to make that much of a difference. And then the last ingredient, I forgot to pull this out because I made it fresh. Excuse me, sour mix. You'll need some fresh sour mix. So half ounce.
Okay.
And that goes in here.
I really need a piece of paper because I drank for real. I want to see this is down. Hold on. I'll be right back.
So then we're going to give this a good shake. And then you'll start to really see the nice color that comes with this drink.
Love Journey.
Oh, is that a clear
After
shaker,
that,
Dr. Tennille?
Love Journey.
Yes.
He said, bring daddy some paper. I need to write this down.
Will you bring me a piece of paper, please? Thank you so much.
So then you're gonna add fresh ice to your glass. And then you're just gonna strain that into there, and it's a really beautiful green color.
I've seen these before. I've never had it, but I have seen a lot of people drinking them.
Ooh, wait a minute, Dr. Tennille. Wait a minute. Let's see. So
it's really good. Look.
Wait a minute. Hey.
Thank you, baby.
No, mine has some sparkly stuff in it.
Oh, yes, you're ready. She's ready.
She ready.
So I'm gonna make a toast. I'm gonna make a toast to you, Dr. Tanya. So I'm gonna.
Thanks, baby.
Is that okay?
Love you.
Yes, absolutely.
On your 1-year anniversary for Bhangology, you know I'm representing with my shirt.
I see. We love it.
Celebrating 420 with you in style.
Cheers. 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 Salud. Salud.
Salud. Salud.
Now I'm gonna tell you, your drink is probably better than mine.
Is that ice water? What is that? We gotta.
Who? No. Taz has some Jack Daniel's green label.
I'm drinking whiskey, but I do drink lime water too. I gotta have it. But let me ask you one more time. Please. What did
he's drinking? He's drinking water and green Jack Daniel's.
Jack Daniels. It's only available in like 5 states. But what can you tell me what liquors were in that one more time, please? She went out. So the Malibu. Okay. Keep going.
Curacao.
Okay, keep going.
Maduri. I would remember, right?
Maduri. Sure. Okay.
Malibu, Maduri.
And I know she said pineapple juice. So
I didn't have any pineapple juice. So I put some, and I didn't have any Maduri. So I put some pear juice. I used pear juice in mine, Dr. Tennille.
And sour. I do remember that. Okay, sour.
Yeah. Look at him. He's writing it down.
Sorry, it cut out for a second. Pear juice, but that's
it's all good. I got it.
Cocktails at home. You make it on your own terms. So whatever that's what you use to get the desired results. Because you're the only one that has to be happy with it.
Exactly.
Correct.
Did you say spiced rum as well?
Yeah.
Malibu, I think Malibu is spiced rum, right?
Okay.
Spiced rum.
Oh. Okay.
No, Malibu is the coconut.
Malibu is the coconut.
Oh.
This is coconut rum. And then I used a bamboo. It's a spiced rum. Like Captain Morgan is a real common spiced rum that you can use. And then your Maduri liqueur, that's a melon flavored liqueur. And then your blue curacao is an orange flavored liqueur that just has a lot of blue dye in it. So if you didn't have blue curacao, you could use just regular triple sec, but you won't have the same, it won't have the same color green. It'll be more of like a bright, like more closer to this because triple sec is
more teal green.
Okay, gotcha.
So it'll be a darker greenish brown.
So Dr. Tennille, I made mine with someone had given me some hemp vodka. And so I made mine with the hemp vodka. So mine is probably called we're gonna call it something else. We're not gonna call it what you made.
Call it hypnotic.
Oh, I like that. Hypnotic. I like that. I like that name.
Vodka. I think it's called a green dinosaur.
Oh,
I do like that, but I like hypnotic. That's good. I like that hypnotic.
Remember, you heard it here. Remember, you heard it here.
For sure.
Right. So, Rose, thanks for joining us. I'm going to put you back in the green room. Wow, Taz, you have provided some awesome information. Dr. Tennille, he's been dropping the knowledge tonight about CBD. You have to go back and listen to the replay. Dr. Tennille, it was an absolute treat to have you joining us tonight and make this drink. Guys, make sure that you
to be here.
Yes, make sure that you follow them both on YouTube. Taz is at Smoking Legal. Dr. Tennille is at White Coat Cocktails. She's just getting her YouTube channel on and popping. So let's show her some love. Follow her on YouTube, White Coat Cocktails. And make sure, hey, you're hanging out right here on the Bhangology page. So make sure you subscribe to this page as well. So
and I'm sorry, I didn't mean, and I'm sorry to interrupt, but content, Dr. Tennille, Dr. Lowe, on both of your YouTube channels, I know a lot of times, especially when I first started, I felt pressure to feel like I don't have nothing to make a video about, or should I make anything as far as YouTube, any content is great content, whether it's just a post, whether it's a quick video, whether it's just a picture as if you're treating it like Instagram, but that really messes with the YouTube algorithms. So if they see that you're a content creator that's constantly uploading content, you will be on the front page of more people's phones when they open up their YouTube or when they go to YouTube, because you constantly have something new. But if you're only putting something up once every couple of weeks, once a month, you'll get lost in the sauce. You know what I mean? It's like I tell people it's like that person who comes in and fills out an application and then just leaves it there versus that person fills out the application and keeps calling like, hey, have you seen my application? Have you seen my application? You're going to remember that person. So YouTube is looking at it like that. That person, YouTube doctors, if you're constantly putting up some kind of content, it could just be you could make a post like you do on Instagram that says, good morning. That is content to YouTube. You're posting.
You told me that, and I think last week I probably made 10 short videos on my phone that I'm going to be killing YouTube with after the summit. Because right now the summit is showing up every day. And
right.
And I think I might have shared that with you too, Dr. Tennille, in one of our sessions. So
do that because that will really help. That will really help you guys out a lot. And YouTube is a money maker, so you might as well get that extra bread.
Exactly.
because they're gonna run commercials. They're gonna run commercials on your channel. They're gonna have advertise. They're gonna have different things to pop up on your channel. You're gonna get paid for that.
Yeah, yeah. So guys, do you have any questions? Put your questions in the chat if you have questions for me, Taz, or Dr. Tennille. Put your questions in the chat because it's 420 and I know I know there are events and stuff happening all over the place. I know
Let's
Dr.
get it.
Tennille has another appearance to make tonight.
And I'm an open book, so I like to tell people, don't be afraid to ask anything. Nothing is too taboo. I don't consider any question disrespectful because I don't got nothing to hide.
Yeah, yeah. I love what you said earlier. If you're always are telling the truth,
If you live your truth, no one can use it against you.
right? Absolutely, absolutely.
It's like the person who goes on stage that's like, yeah, I'm fat, so your fat jokes aren't gonna work on me. I already know that. I got big lips. You talking about my big lip? I've been dealing with this since I was born. I go through one chapstick a day, so you're not gonna be able to talk about me like that.
So, Dr. Dana says, what was the last thing Dr. Tennille added to the drink that she made fresh? Was it an orange?
Oh, sour mix.
Sour mix.
I'm all about recycling.
Ah.
I made homemade sour mix. So just so you guys know, you don't have to buy sour mix or simple syrup. I'll do some videos. I'll take Taz's advice and do some YouTube videos and show you guys how simple this is. But all I did was start off with simple syrup, which is a 1-to-1 mixture of sugar to water. And then I added, so for 2 parts of syrup, I added 2 parts of lemon juice, 1 part of lime juice. So that's traditional sour mix, but I like to add a little squeeze of orange juice in it just to round out the citrus. And then you can store it. It stores in your refrigerator, but you can always make fresh sour mix. So when I tell you it makes a difference in your margaritas, a huge difference. Any recipe in your whiskey sours, your vodka sours, whatever, sour, it's a classic of cocktails. So you'll always find something good to use your sour mix with, and it's fresh, and it makes a difference with your drink. And you're not getting all those preservatives that you get in the sour mixes that you buy at the store. And you don't have to spend all that money when you already have those ingredients at home.
Fresh is always best. Taz, so you told us that you are smoking your CBD flower.
Correct.
That's named. So tell us about. I think we missed. Tell us about the flavor and the taste, and tell us about it.
Okay, so for Taz's 5 Delta 8, this is it's a combination of 2 different strains. I always like to mix strains together. So one of the strains that's in here is it's called a berry blast. So it's berry, and then another one is peach Goliath. So it's those 2 strains mixed together, berries and peaches, which gives it a very sweet. When I would describe it, it's hard to say this about flower because it has a juiciness taste to it. You can really taste the sweetness of the berries and the peach, and then you get like a light little tart taste on the exhale. It's almost like a Sour Patch Kid. You know how when you first bite it, it's sweet, and then you get that sour tart, but not that strong. So I really enjoy it. It just came out this week. It's with a company called JK Distro. Now this is Delta 8, so it's very strong. But I also, with a different company, have a strain called Taz's Gift and Taz's Pillow Talk. Now both of those are just straight CBD strains, except for the Pillow Talk because it has CBG. It's for nighttime. It's going to help you sleep.
Awesome. Thank you. Amy Anderson says, Dr. Tennille, can you share that recipe? Honey, Taz has written it down. She has written it down. He has written it down. Dr. Dana says, how long can you keep this?
So I will share it. Look, I will share. I actually have a post. I will share it to my White Coat Cocktails Instagram page. So you guys go to White Coat Cocktails. Look, I have another party, but give me a few minutes. And I'll post that on my Instagram, my White Coat Cocktails Instagram page for you guys. so that you can make this recipe at home.
And then Dr. Dana says, how long can you keep the sour mix?
Once you make it fresh. Okay, yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah, I made it fresh. So it'll keep in the refrigerator for about a week. I don't make a lot. Now, if you want it to keep longer, you can actually up the sugar content so that it's a 2-to-1 ratio or the syrup that you make, and it will keep longer. Simple syrup actually keeps at room temperature for a good month. You don't have to refrigerate it before it goes bad.
Awesome.
You'll know it's bad if it's cloudy. Simple syrup. Now, sour mix, I would toss it after.
So you guys, Dr. Tennille does amazing. She has the everything but the booze box. She does classes. So make sure you guys follow her on IG and on here on YouTube. Taz, let's see. Oh, Taz, Dr. Dana says your own line. Is this your line that you designed, or is it a line that one of your reviewers created and named after you?
This is the company JK Distro. I had done several reviews for them, and they seen that I had another blend together, so they reached out to me to see if I would be willing to work with them on a blend of flowers to come together that I would put in my name, like for my namesake, almost like how Nike gave Jordan a Jordan deal. Like they make the Nikes, but this is his shoe. So this is flower that they cultivated, and they had different strains. But I was able to go through their strains and pick out the ones that I like. They actually gave me about 10 or 12 different strains to try. And so I could come up with which ones I wanted to mix together. So at the end, I chose the berry and I chose the peach to put together to call it Taz's Vibe. And it's both Delta 8. So, and that's how I came out with it. And man, it just went from there, man. Dude, I'm overwhelmed. Actually.
Oh my God. So what's the name of the company again?
JK Distro. JK Distro.
All right.
And they are they're a Black-owned hemp distribution company in California.
You got to go, Dr. Tennille.
So can we get it here?
Where you at?
Can we get it here?
She's in Louisiana.
Oh, yes. Thanks to the 2014 Farm Bill, CBD and all hemp-derived products are 100% legal in all 50 states. They're an online company, so you have to go to jkdistro.com to place your order. But their customer service is amazing. They ship it out that day. It usually takes 2 or 3 days to get to you. I really like this company, man. I really like these people. I really like these brothers, man. Man, I'm pro-Black. I just can't fight it. I'm pro-Black. So, I was so happy because this is the first Black-owned hemp company that I was able to ever do a review for and was able to get in contact with. So, I'm just proud to see. I'm proud to see my people doing good and taking advantage of the cannabis industry. This is 2 young Black brothers in California, man. I think one is 27, the other is maybe 30 something. 2 young guys, man, and they're trying to make it happen in the hemp space, man. And I really appreciate them. They do a good job. The farming is 100% organic. Nothing is sprayed on the flowers. I like them a lot. They're good folks.
So check them out.
JK Distro.
So, Dr. Tennille, any final words? For 420. Any final 420 words?
While we're still in COVID, before the world opens back up, you guys are experimenting at home with your cocktails. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to experiment. Don't be afraid to try new drinks, try new flavors. Take an old recipe and swap out your spirit and see what you get. And don't be afraid to follow me and all the good things that are coming out of White Coat Cocktails. Because I just believe that despite us having to shelter in place and quarantine and be distant, we can still connect and have a quality happy hour regardless of if we're face to face or if we have to meet on Zoom. You get in where you fit in and you make it happen to keep those connections alive, because it's just so important. That's at the core of what I do. The drinks are great, but the connection is what I'm here for. And that's where my passion lies. Just making sure that even the people who are stuck at home have an opportunity to connect for a good time, regardless of the times that we're in. So
sip in place, right? Sip in place.
Be looking for my order.
For sure. That's what's up.
Thank you so much, Dr. Tanya, for the space, for Bhangology. It's just great.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Tennille. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm going to move you back to the green room. Taz!
This is dope.
Thank you. Any final words? What final words would you share with the people tonight? You know, we talked about a lot tonight for this 420 celebration. So what final words would you?
My final words would have to be, and I usually end the majority of my lives like this. My final words would have to be that if you are under the sound of our voices right now, if you're watching this, if you're taking part of this, then I want you to know that you are the champion. You're the champ. Like, however old you are, you're that number and I'm 42, so I'm 42 and Dr. Lowe, you're here. You're whatever age you are and every single thing that life has thrown your way trying to defeat you has not worked. Every weapon formed against you has not prospered. That person you thought you loved that done you wrong, family member that done you wrong, job you didn't get, whatever has been thrown your way to defeat you has completely failed. Even 2020, even COVID, if you're under the sound of my voice right now, you are the champ. Man, congratulations. I salute you. God is amazing. And if you haven't lost now, what makes you think you're ever going to lose? You're not. You are not. You haven't lost yet, so don't even worry about it. Nothing has prospered. Nothing has came your way to defeat you has won. You're the champ, and I salute you for that.
Oh, I love it. Thank you so much, Taz, for joining us for day 2 of the Bhangology Cannabis Awareness Month Summit. 420 edition, you know.
For sure.
Thank you so much for being here. So if you hang out, if you can, a little bit down in the green room while I close us out. So guys, wow, tonight has been full of like a lot of excitement. So a couple of reminders. Make sure if you're not registered, then you better go ahead and register at bit.ly Bhangology Summit. It's cool that you're hanging out, but when we start giving out those goodies on Sunday, the last night, we've got some amazing giveaways we're gonna give out. And so you gotta be registered so you can get into the sweepstakes so that you can qualify to win the mini Bang box. We got a couple of t-shirts. We got some CBD coffee. So make sure that you're registered if you're not registered. So I want to hear from you. Send me a message. Let me know that you, what you liked about tonight. I oh my God, when I got up this morning, I so enjoyed seeing all of those messages. And so that's what we're here for. So thank you for being a part of our evening. Happy 420. Have a great evening, and we'll see you next time.